Hi everybody, and today I've brought a beautiful lady from one of my diamonds in Sam's Diamonds. She's just done a cancer journey of her own and is still going through it slightly. This is Angela Evans, and I'm just going to let her talk about Sam's Diamonds and what it's done for her. And hello, Angela. How you doing? You all right?
I'm all right, thank you. Yes, I'm all right, thank you very much.
Okay. About yourself.
Yeah, so I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2016, grade 2, and I never thought that it would happen to me. I never thought that I would get a recall on a mammogram and have to go back and have a look and see what the medical profession were looking at and why they called me back. And I have to say, I didn't think too much about it until I got into the room, and then they were saying, well, you'll need an ultrasound, and if you can't tell what that is, then you'll need a biopsy. And it was that word, biopsy. And I was like, oh my God, I might have a problem here. And that's when I started to become scared. You have to wait a week for the results. That was the worst week ever. I'd have rather given birth, to be fair. My husband has been with me on every single appointment, all through my journey. It doesn't matter whether it's a routine mammogram, breast clinic, he's been with me. So when he came with me for the results, we never thought for 1 minute that we were going to be dealing with anything bad, shall we say, because I've never had a day's illness, really. The worst thing I've had is a chest infection. I've had no childhood ailments, so this was a bolt out of the blue. And when they said, I'm really sorry, you've got cancer, I went numb. I didn't listen to what really was being said, and that's when my husband took over, basically, and he asked all the questions. Well, I'm saying he asked the questions, he asked the relative questions that came to his mind. I was really frightened and scared, and I just reached out for him and held his hand. And what was going on in my head was, oh my God, my family, my daughter. I had no idea what I was dealing with at all. And I felt, yeah, I was really frightened. And then they said, well, we're going to speak to your surgeon as well on the same day as you get results. Wow, that's just an overload of information that you cannot process unless you've got someone with you. There was a lot of tears, lots of hugs, and David did ask the questions that needed to be asked. Do I know what he asked? No. Can I remember? No. All I can remember is, I'm really sorry, Angela, but you've got cancer. You've got breast cancer. That's it. Nothing else really registered, other than the fact that I was going to have an operation and I wasn't going to need chemotherapy. That was all that really registered. So a couple of weeks later, I then had a lumpectomy. You go and wait for the results. There wasn't clearance. I had to have another lumpectomy, and that's when they said, we recommend you to have radiotherapy. So again, the bottom of your world falls out. Again, you don't know what you're dealing with. You don't know what you're doing. You're putting yourself in these fantastic people. You are trusting them and being guided by them, which is fabulous because the knowledge that I have is incredible. But it's up here. This is where I have the big problem in my mind.
So what? Sorry, Angela. What type of cancer was it, and what grade did you have?
I had breast cancer grade 2.
Breast cancer grade 2. Okay.
Grade 2.
So can you give me?
So it was ductal carcinoma in situ was the official title. So basically, I had cancer cells inside my milk ducts that hadn't come out. They were still encased. and that's why I didn't need chemotherapy.
Right, got you, because it hadn't gone any further or anything.
It hadn't gone any further. I would never ever have felt, there was no lumps, no bumps, no nothing. Because they were still encased in my milk ducts, I would never have felt it until it had progressed, which meant that it would have come out of the milk ducts into this breast tissue, and I would have been dealing with something completely different. So I cannot stress how important it is to go for your mammogram. It's so, so important, as is your smears as well.
Definitely.
Without a doubt.
So could you give me 3 words then that described how you felt when you were first diagnosed? Just 3 words.
Frightened, scared, and numb as well, because you cannot process what you're being told. You're busy trying to process that 6-letter word, cancer, and that's all you hear. You don't hear anything else.
No.
So I would say I was numb. Nothing registered after that 6-letter word.
Okay. And why did you join Sam's Diamonds? What was it that made you go, right, I'm going to join Sam's Diamonds? How did you hear about us and stuff?
So I wasn't coping very well with the radiotherapy and with how it was making me feel. And I was a member of Widnes Rotary Club, and Sam came to speak at the club one evening, and what she was saying really resonated with me. I was like, this is how I want to be. This is how I want to feel. Support of the way I want to feel. I don't want to feel frightened and scared. I want to embrace and move forward and be positive and have more fun, because I wasn't having fun. I was staying inside, I wasn't going out, I wasn't interacting with people, I wasn't getting dressed. So when Sam was talking about the diamonds, I was like, yeah, this is what I need to do. This is where I need to go. Because prior to that, I had been to another support group, and what I didn't want was lots of people sat round a table drinking coffee of a significant age, shall we say, much older than I am. And that wasn't doing anything for me at all. So I needed something different. And I felt Sam's Diamonds could give me that. From what was being said on the evening that I first met Sam. And I've never looked back. It's been fabulous. It's been one of the best moves I've ever done. I've been a diamond now for 4 years. I've done art club, walking club, book club. I've just called into the office for a cry and a coffee. The Facebook page is amazing. There's so much positivity on there. If you've got a problem or you're not sure about something, you can just write it on there, or you can go into the office and have a chat, but you can write it onto the Facebook page, and all these wonderful comments come back. So I had a little scare a few days ago when I was called back for a second mammogram, and I rang Sam immediately, very upset, as you can imagine, and she talked me through a very controlled, calming thought process, which was absolutely what I needed. Otherwise, I'd have just been walking up and down the room going, what am I doing? And then a few days before my appointment at the hospital, I actually put a note on the Facebook page, and the response and the positivity was immense. It was so, so good. And then to put on another message to say, I'm fine, I've got no worries, I've got all clear. The overwhelming, it's more than support, it's love.
Yeah.
Love and support that comes through. Even if you've not met people in the group, because we're all dotted all over the Northwest, everybody knows what you're going through. They all know what's going on up here. And that's been my biggest problem, is what's been going on in my head. The Sans Diamonds has really helped me sort my head out. It's the only way to describe that. With my positive thought process and doing different things that I've probably not done before, like art. I mean, what's that all about? Art, yeah, you know, crafting as well. That's another one. I'm not that sort of. I'm saying I'm not that sort of a person, but it gives you different outlooks and different ways to approach things. Whether it is through your cancer journey, but also through doing your activities, you can change your thought process. It's been fantastic. It's keeping me positive, keeping me on the road of I can do this. Not, I don't think I can. I can do this, and I'm going to do this, and that's what Sans Diamonds has done for me. I feel, I mean, supportive and fabulous and amazing to describe the group. It's like honoured to know all these women and to know these people, because they get you. Doesn't matter if somebody's up in the Wirral, somebody's in Widnes, they get you. That we're all on the same page. It's so good. It's amazing. It's
is there anything, Angie, is there anything that you could say that would say sets us apart from other people, other groups, other organisations or anything like that? If you could start your sentence with that, if you can think of anything.
So what sets Sans Diamonds apart from other groups? I'm going to say the love and support, because of what we do. So the way Sam gets us involved into different things is something that the other groups don't do. So art and the book club are for people that don't want to do adventurous things. There's a weekend away. I've still not done that. And I've still not done that. It's on the to-do list. So I need to do that. And it's to be yourself. And nobody's going to judge you. You can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want, and nobody will judge you. And I felt that the other groups that I've been to were quite stuffy, for want of a better word, and old-fashioned. This is a better way of approaching and dealing with your cancer journey, because it's giving you things, positive things to look forward to or to do. It's your choice whether you do them, but you know that they're there, and you know that the girls and the other women are all there for you as well. And I think social media has a lot to do with that. I think that's a really, really good thing. Other groups don't always have that. Certainly one of the groups that I went to didn't have that, and it was very old-fashioned, for want of a better word. This feels, it's makes you alive, makes you feel alive, and you have a purpose. You're not just going through your cancer journey. You've gained things. So I've gained so many more friends, so many more positive things. I've done gardening. What's that all about? I've got green fingers. And that again, that's from Sans Diamonds, because we're going to be doing a garden, so I'll be getting involved in that. It's an honour, a pleasure to be part of this group and to get the love and the support of everybody, and know that you are not alone on your journey. There is somebody who resonates with you and who knows what you are going through. And that was the hard day when I put my concerns on Facebook, because you think you're alone and it's just you. Although you see other people at the heart journey, you still feel alone and that nobody gets you. This group will get you. If it got me, it can get anybody. They're just fabulous. The positive support and making life normal and fun. That's a big issue as well. I've never laughed so much. Go for a coffee and we just giggle all the time. Or we don't talk. If I do the walk, when I do the walking club, we don't stop talking. Do we talk about cancer? Not really. Do we talk about other things and life and fun things? Absolutely, yes. We talk about cancer if we've got a concern about what we're going through. We've got different knowledge. Everybody's got different things that they've gone through. You can't ask anything more. Can't.
Sorry, Angela. Your signal's broken.
Diamonds for life. Oh.
I'm just getting bits and bobs of what you're saying then. As my signal's terrible. Hold on, let me see if I can move it. Do you know what? I think I've got enough to play with. You said absolutely loads. That's amazing.
You'll be all right.